Yeah, when I was there to begin with, I was an a-hole. What does that mean? Is that I took delight in hurting people. I mean, to me, I can't figure out Wozniak. Even now, the guy loves me. But you know, when someone walks around with 6 pencils in their pocket, you got to do something to them. I mean, they're just asking for it, and I used to do that. And so I could be mean the first time around, but then after I got my head handed to me and I came back, other people would see me as mean, but here's the issue. I was extremely focused. And what everyone knew, when I was walking down the corridors of Apple, and I looked like I was thinking, don't you dare ask me a question. And so a lot of times what people don't realize who interrupt you is that you're trying to maintain focus, and it is difficult. Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, when they were asked what is the #1 quality to be successful, and they both agreed, focus. So if you're a person who gets highly focused and someone interrupts you and you can come off annoyed, and then in your peripheral vision you saw you hurt their feelings, and then you say, oh, I got to smooth this over. What would be helpful to tell your people? Now, some of you, if you delight hurting people, well, you know, that's a different thing. But if you don't, if you're just trying to maintain focus, what you might want to say to your company at a meeting, and believe me, they will appreciate it, is to say, I want to give you the #1 way to manage up when you're dealing with me. Trying to keep focus with all the loose ends on the outside, plus all the loose ends in my head, is almost impossible. Because a lot of entrepreneurs, you know, they're focused, but they're flirting with ADD, maybe a little, you know, a little pinch of bipolar in there. I mean, they're dealing with all this stuff. So if you're that person, it might be helpful to be able to give people, tell them what you're doing. Because I think if they understand that, and they know that you're intensely focused on something, you're not being an a-hole.
This sounds really simplistic, but it still shocks me how few people actually practice this. And it's a struggle to practice, but is this issue of focus. Steve was the most remarkably focused person I've ever met in my life. And the thing with focus is it's not sort of like this thing you aspire to, or you decide on Monday, you know what, I'm going to be focused. It is every minute, why are we talking about this? This is what we're working on. You can achieve so much when you truly focus. And one of the things that Steve would say, because I think he was concerned that I wasn't, he would say, how many things have you said no to? And I would, honestly, I would have these sacrificial things, because I mean, I wanted to be very honest about it, and so I say, oh, I said no to this, and no to that. And but he knew that I wasn't vaguely interested in doing those things anyway. So there was no real sacrifice. What focus means is saying no to something that you, with every bone in your body, you think is a phenomenal idea, and you wake up thinking about it, but you say no to it because you're focusing on something else.